Hello, dear fellow students and
Oh,
friends
there.
of the show. I am your host, Nikita, and this is my co host, Dodo,
Dodo,
and
let's
welcome
go.
to Running from Cheetahs with Nikita and Dodo. And today we have the one and only Dr. Slipka.
Dr. Slipka is a big name in our faculty. Now we're gonna introduce him and gonna talk about his life. And we're also gonna do some.
First of all, thank you very much for coming.
Well, it's exciting for me. I was excited when you invited me.
We are also excited having you
My
here.
first word I said when I was a child was not mama or papa.
Apoxantine.
It was epithelium. Because I've heard about epithelium since I was 1 year.
Sometimes if as students if we fail or we have a C's because we cannot smoke during an exam, let's say. But
Well, I shouldn't say it, but you can smoke during the ENT exam.
there you go, kids. There you go. Listen.
I'm retired already, so I don't fear to be expelled from the faculty anymore. So I can say whatever.
No, but
I want.
also I prepared
I feel free with you.
no, also I have a cigarette because I'm not a smoker, but I was thinking like cigarettes, right? They make you look cool. They make you generally look cool.
Yes.
I'd say if you wanna look cool, you shouldn't smoke. But but you can still like buy a pack of cigarettes and just have a smoke like this, right? And look cool. And also you can be more emphatic when, for example, in the exam. Imagine, let's say you are examining me and say, Pierucci, you fail. But then I can go and go say, you cannot fail me. I quit. So like this, right?
Don't destroy the cigarettes.
I'm so yeah. That's all, man.
Yes, don't destroy it. Prepared some famous quotes from movies for you and other quotes, and we would like you to read them. Eduardo will show them to you, but here comes the little catch.
Yeah,
Eduardo, would you bring us the helium?
Oh yes. No, yes,
Yes.
exactly. We have some helium here. We bought just last minute.
And we would like you to read the quote with your natural
Voice?
not natural voice, and then we will make it a little less sexy.
And then with the helium.
Yes.
I never experienced the helium. I'm looking forward to try it.
Yeah, I think you have to really aspirate. Just like a cigarette, pretty much.
Okay.
And then you just talk normally.
Oh God.
So let's try first with our original voice. So with the first quote right here.
Vodka martini shaken, not stirred. Bitter.
Okay. Now you can.
How do you pronounce it? Stirred?
Yes. Oh, sorry. Watch out.
Sure.
Okay.
So I should inhale.
Yeah,
first?
should inhale and then you can talk. Say the same.
Vodka martini, shaken, not stirred.
Great.
All right. So then they go.
Oh, God.
It's a bit. Yeah. Let's give. We have,
Really great. We're doing this interview.
Just make sure to oxygenate because.
I will oxygenate a little bit.
Okay, so yeah, let's go with the second one.
Elementary Watson.
Sherlock Holmes. That's great.
Coming right now. Vodka martini.
It's okay. This is not gonna be a long line. Let's say. Okay.
So, should I inhale
Yeah,
again?
should say. Yeah, the same one.
Elementary, Watson.
Tell us about some strange, the strangest object that you've seen stuck inside, the nose or ear.
The strangest object. Yes. It was not in the nose, it was not in the ear, it was in esophagus. And it was a piercing. You know what a piercing is?
Yes.
It had a form of a butterfly, but about 8 centimeters long.
was like
made of steel.
Must have looked
And-
very nice on an X-ray.
And wait a second, it was in the esophagus of a girl who was 14 years old, who ate it from the umbilicus of her classmate during the big break at 10 o'clock in the morning. And I still wonder how can it happen, you know, to eat a piercing of a classmate when you were 14 and you were at school at 10 o'clock in the morning.
During the break, yeah.
And it's stuck
I mean,
in the first narrowing between the hypopharynx and esophagus, in the Killian's narrowing.
for sure she could have waited until the classes were finished. Like, for sure.
She was a very cute, nice girl, 14 years old.
Wow.
And it was a horrible struggle for me to get it out from this esophagus because it was extremely big, and I couldn't break it, you know, and I had problems to get it into the endoscope, rigid endoscope. But fortunately, we did succeed. But I don't know, it lasted 40 minutes, 45 minutes until I got it out.
I wanted to ask you about a bit of you know, this usual question, you know, about gag reflex and this, and because you know, obviously, like
How do you
exactly,
train it?
obviously, like, you know, oral sex is something, and I would say why some girls, you know, they have some gag reflex, and some others, you know, they can easily perform it, I would say, without having problems, you know, like.
That's a wonderful question.
So do they just spray succinylcholine on their throat before?
I never thought of this problem before.
It is a problem, actually.
Is it a problem?
It is.
Never. Yeah, it occurs frequently to Eduardo due to his anatomical composition.
Is it the 21st century problem, or you know, I didn't encounter it before. I never had such a bizarre question. And I never had to think of a possible answer on such a wonderful question.
No, but it is.
I like
it
the
is,
question.
No, but it is.
Some people do have gag reflex, and some don't.
Okay.
We say that those who smoke cigarettes, they have a bigger gag reflex
Don't smoke.
than the others.
Don't smoke. That's what.
So probably it has something to do with smoking.
Probably.
But I don't think so, because I'm a strong smoker and I have no gag reflex.
Okay.
You know, it's a question of.
How did you test?
So I'll leave this question unanswered.
Unanswered, I would say. But
I always thought it has to do with the Malampati classification.
With
With the Malampati, isn't the Malampati classification? If there's just more room, then of course you will have less gag reflex.
that's yeah. Well, I'll
Or
have
maybe-
to think it
okay,
over.
or-
Probably next time when I come, I'll answer. This.
no, but also another thing is there, like with oral sex, is there any risk of, like, no, just saying, like tonsillitis? Because sometimes it happened to me that, let's say, I went on a bar and then blackout,
And then you have
and then
you
like
had
more,
tonsillitis
in
afterwards.
the morning later tonsillitis. It's strange, isn't it? Like, isn't it? Like,
When I came to this interview, I thought I would have to talk about the history of the Faculty of Medicine in Pilsen, but
We're sorry to disappoint you.
I don't have to talk about the history.
no, it's okay. It's okay.
I have to answer the your wonderful questions. The problem with oral sex, but now I'm serious, is the human papilloma virus. Probably.
Positive.
That's the only problem, I would say.
I
The
see.
gag reflex you can how to avoid.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, I have to jump in here. Like I've while I will say research, No, while studying for dermatovenerology, I researched some videos and I've seen a video of oropharyngeal gonorrhea actually, and it was quite impressive.
Yes.
Yes, it was an explosion of pus. Yeah.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
So I did not expect this, but apparently this also can happen.
So you're healed now.
I am. It's yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Yeah, now he's a Christian. He doesn't do that stuff anymore. But
I'm afraid. I'm afraid to stand up and to go away now. What will happen in the street?
could you please could you please put back the glasses back on? Because now I have to ask you for a favor. Because I went to France when I was a teenager, and I received this letter from a girl when I was a teenager, but I never had a chance to translate it because I don't know that French well that much. So if you could just translate it for us, so just read some, let's say some lines and then translate it in English for the viewers. So these and then.
Cher Eduardo, c'est tellement dur d'ignorer une personne qui compte tellement pour toi.
What does that mean? Could you translate a bit?
It's really hard to ignore somebody who means so much for you. Alors que ta seule envie, c'est de lui parler, de lui dire à quel point tu l'aimes et qu'il te manque. Though the only wish I have is to talk to you and to talk to him and to tell him to what extent he loves. I love him and that I miss him.
Right.
That's wonderful.
wonderful.
That's very sweet.
J'oublierai jamais le temps que nous avons passé ensemble à Paris. I'll never forget the time that we passed together, that we lived together in Paris. Tu m'as fait ressentir ce que je n'avais jamais ressenti. I felt something I've never felt before. Du bonheur. The happiness.
Not here. Here, sorry. Yeah, here.
Happiness. De la colère.
The anger.
Anger. Wrath, anger, de la jalousie. Jealousy. Et surtout des mangeaisons vaginales, la sensation de brûlure. I won't translate that. I can't translate that.
What does it mean? Because for the viewer also.
Maybe it's important for
afterwards.
No, it's okay. It's okay. You can tell us
vaginal movements, rapid movements of the vagina, and a feeling of something that brûlure when
it burns.
Something burns. Right. After those 2 minutes of hyperventilation on the posterior seat of my Renault 4. Renault 4. Bref, la raison pour laquelle je t'écris est que je le père de 2 jumeaux.
So what does it say?
I think that's the most important part.
Briefly, the reason why I write to you is that you are a father of 2 Gemini.
Twins?
Of twins.
Oh
I'm
my
a father
God.
of twins.
Oh my God, Edo. I think,
No,
okay,
no,
I'm really...
Sorry, but
I
I guess we're gonna celebrate then. Right, guys? Let's go.
Yeah, that's the reason to celebrate. Let's go.
Okay. So,
Kisses, Michel.
That greetings to Michelle.
greetings to Michelle and sorry,
Greetings
would
to
you also
viewers.
write?
Thank you, everybody.
I'm a father, so
Did you you knew it. You knew about it. You must
Thank
so
you.
wait, I'm up to the twins and the 2 are beloved professors.
Well,
I hope you
I
had a
don't
good
find
time.
I don't find words, you know. Félicitations.
Merci.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers. Cheers.
Cheers.
Thank you. Thank
Cheers,
you very
everybody.
much.
Thank you so much for watching. We see you next week.